The next game I'm doing a video of is Sergeant Seymour Robot Cop for the Amstrad CPC. I think this might be quite a rare game. It's one of those late games that was released somewhere between late 1992 and 1993. And I've only ever seen this appear on eBay for sale a few times. I can't remember how much I paid for this. For some reason, these older cassette tapes for Codemasters don't have that explosion graphic on it. So it's a fairly basic cassette. It's a single screen game. I suppose it's a little bit like Quick Snacks. You grab your enemies and you throw them against the wall. Or you arrest them. By Big Red Software. Oh, apparently it has a kicking soundtrack. As you saw from my previous video, I can't load games on this because I will risk having the game chewed up. So I'm going to load it on this. So let's not waste any more time. Let's play some Sergeant Seymour Robot Cop. It's a fairly simple budget game, so it doesn't take long to load. That's a really good loading screen. I really like that loading screen. It seems to be cut off at the sides a little bit. And I actually looked this up, and I'll put the Commodore 64 screen right here. It looks like they're exactly the same image, but the Commodore 64 one uses the different Commodore 64 palette. So for some reason the Amstrad one's cut off at the sides. Here is the kick-in soundtrack. I wonder if they tried to make this title screen music a slight parody of the RoboCop title screen music by Ocean. Kind of thoughtful and moody. Alright, into the game. Seymour is the tiny little guy at the bottom. Yeah, what you really need to do, all you need to do is just kill all the enemies. Or arrest them. I think you are arresting them actually. I love the colours in this. In fact, whoever did the graphics for this game did a really good job in general. The only downside to it is that Seymour is a bit of an ugly character. And you've got all these little cards to pick up. Look at his little face. He's a big old goof. Well, on paper this game's really easy, but I did find myself losing lives quite frequently. Before I recorded this footage, I died about 3 times on the first screen, and I was saying to myself, come on, this game's supposed to be quite easy. So there are quite a lot of power-ups. You can pick up guns and laser weapons. You can pick up things to make your hand go further, I think. You can pick up an extra hit or a speed boost. Yeah, so I've got that siren on my head, that flashing light on my head, and that is actually just like a shield. Alright, on to level 4. Something that I am a little bit disappointed with is the fact that there's no music in-game. And not an awful lot of Amstrad games did have in-game music, actually. It makes a big difference to me. I much prefer it when games have in-game music. Although there's a decent amount of sound effects, to be fair. A couple of little jingles here and there. I think now I have all of the Seymour games. There was 5 Seymour games released for the Amstrad, and I think 5 Seymour games. And they were all released extremely late in the 8-bit computers' lives. All of the 8-bit computers. So the first game came out in 1991, and they quickly produced a couple more. And it really is, in a way, it really is a spin-off of Dizzy, but they don't ever cross over. Dizzy's never in the Seymour games, and Seymour's never in the Dizzy games, and they take place in different sort of universes. The difference between Dizzy and Seymour is that Seymour is a movie star in the real world, and all of his games he is taking on a new role. In this game, Seymour is filming a RoboCop parody. I don't think I ever got far enough to change locations. Oh, I lost that speed boost already. I got game over. that is a look at Sergeant Seymour Robot Cop, and I have to say that is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's not quite as good as Quick Snacks. I was surprised by this. It's not amazing or anything, but it's actually quite good. Some of these games could be really, really bad, and this is actually a really well-made game. So there you go. That is Sergeant Seymour Robot Cop, and once again, thank you for watching.